Welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to be reviving an old eyeshadow palette. I thought I would do a get ready with me using the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. This is in my Shop My Stash and I really wanted to use it. This video was inspired by Kinky Sweat because I saw that recently she did some tutorials using some older palettes. And I thought that was a great idea because sadly in the beauty community, a palette will come out and within a week and a half, most people forget about it and move on to the next thing. But I have some great palettes in my collection that I just want to revive on my channel, do some get ready with me. So if you like this, let me know. I recently posted a palette collection video. So if you saw that, you would know what other palettes I own. So if there's another palette that you know that I have that you would want me to do a get ready with me using that palette, just let me know. So yeah, I thought this would be fun to do and let's just get started. I'm already wearing my Milani eyeshadow primer as usual, and I did set that down with just a little bit of a cream eyeshadow, or cream colored eyeshadow, I should say. So I am going to start with Swarm and Keeper, these warm browns, and just use those in the crease. I'm just gonna kind of combine them together. I really do like this palette, and I have to say I am very impressed with the formula. I think the formula on this is probably the best out of the Urban Decay palettes that I own. Also, the Born to Run is really good, but there's almost something like a bit more buttery about this formula compared to even that one. Yeah, it's just a really good palette, even though the colors themselves, they're not that unique, which is why I didn't buy this palette until Black Friday last year when it was 50% off. And I'm really glad that I got it, but I'm glad that I didn't pay full price just because, yeah, the colors themselves are not that unique, but it really is a beautiful palette if you know, like warm browns and golds and all of that. So yeah, I thought this would be fun to do. And yeah, if you do want me to do more of these videos, let me know if there's a palette that you know that I have. I'm thinking of doing some of my Natasha Denona palettes or Pat McGrath, kind of maybe some of the more like really hyped up stuff. I just thought it would be fun. I'm gonna go into this color here, dark brown. It's called Drip. Put that on the outer corner. Yeah, this is not gonna be like the most revolutionary eye look, which I mean, it would be kind of hard to do with this palette, to do something super unique. And obviously, if you have warm browns and golds in your collection, you could do a very similar look with those. Yeah, like I said, I think this is a really good palette, but color story wise, I mean, I could easily dupe this in my collection. Actually, I have, because when this came out, I did do a dupes video on it, and yeah, that's why I didn't end up getting it until it was on sale. But like I said, I'm happy that I got it on sale. I'm gonna blend this out. Oh, this brush, last time I did a get ready with me, which was so long ago, by the way, back in May. This is the Beauty Junkies Pro Tapered Blending, and this is my favorite crease brush. It's really good. I got it on Amazon quite a few years ago. It's not very expensive, but it's very good. Gonna go with the darkest brown. This is called Sting, and this is a What's Up Beauty R103. I got these in PR several months ago. I think they are really good brushes. So I actually use the brush that came with this palette all the time for lid shades. I really like this side. This side I sometimes use, not as much, but personally for packing on shimmers, I love this brush. As you can see, it's kind of stained with like a pink eyeshadow, but I think this is a really good brush. So I'm gonna go with the color Queen. This is a bit of a bronze type shade. It's so pretty, and I've been really wanting to wear this color. I actually don't think you necessarily have to wet brushes with this palette. I still like to do that for shimmers, but I've done it without, and I don't really think it's necessary. I'm trying to figure out like what kind of color this is, because it has some gold flecks, and it almost has like a hint of green in there. Really pretty. I mean, like I said, really do like this palette. I think it is very, very beautiful. And I still want to get, I think, not sure, the Urban Decay Wild West palette, because the videos I've seen on that, it seems like people think the formula on that is really, really nice. And I like that color story a lot. Getting just a little bit more of the darkest brown in the outer corner. I feel like that part always fades after I do my lid shade. And then some more blending as usual. Oh my gosh. I just took a chunk out of this eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I cleaned up the fallout and I wasn't sure if I was going to do winged liner, but I thought I would go ahead and do that. And I did put on some face primer. The AOA Studio No Pore Face Primer is just a clear pore filling primer. I really, really like it. And so let's go ahead and do foundation. And I want to mix in the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. I really, really love this product. It's one of my favorite items in my collection, although the other day I did put that on, and then I also put on the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's called the Spotlight highlighter. I'm gonna go with the AOA Studio foundation. And it was just way too dewy. I definitely regretted putting both on because it was just way, way too much. I will say the dropper on this foundation is not that great, so I kind of just like end up smearing it around, but it's totally fine. It works. That's all that matters. I really like that foundation. It's so good. So I don't know what's going on. I have all these dry patches on my chin. I normally, yeah, wow. I don't know if you can see that, but it's fine. We're going with it. Usually my skin is not dry at all in the summertime, but I don't know. Lately it just has been. It's just kind of weird. I have no idea why I get random dry patches. It's been happening all summer. Whatever. Going in with the Covergirl Concealer. This is in the Deck of Panning Project Pan. This color, it's too light. I know. I bought so many concealers last year in the wrong shade. I feel so silly. But I'm mixing it with the color Pearl from this Too Faced concealer because this kind of like balances it out. I don't mind mixing concealers if I have to. It's not that big of a pain, but yeah, I've been having to do that for quite a while because I have quite a few concealers that are like a little too dark or a little too light. But this combo is actually really nice, so I have been enjoying that. And I did finally finish a concealer because I'm working on several in Project Pans, so now I'm down to 2 that I'm panning instead of 3. The only newer thing I'm going to use in this video is the Tower 28 Cream Blush. I mentioned I bought 3 things so far this month in July. I bought this, the Rare Beauty Primer, which I was going to use, but then I was like, I'll wait. And then Fenty Gloss Bomb in Sweet Mouth. Those are the 3 purchases that I've made so far. This cream blush is amazing. I really, really love this one a lot. It's so good. I am a very, very big fan. And I'm still planning on doing that video ranking my cream blush. I can't decide. I'm either going to film it maybe today or maybe next week, but hopefully within the next 2 weeks. Oh, I didn't say this color is called Golden Hour, by the way. In another video, I accidentally called it Beach Please, but they're called the Beach Please blushes. This is the shade Golden Hour. So pretty. I really, really like this. I'm going to now set my face. I'm going to use this Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is also in a Project Pan. Trying to use this up. I mean, I like it. I think it's a nice powder, but I mentioned before, for the price, I don't know that it's like quite worth that because yeah, it's very expensive. I think it's $45, something like that for, I don't know. Well, there's plenty of less expensive face powders that I do like. Okay, I'm gonna set my under eyes as usual with the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and then we'll finish up the rest of the makeup. I'm gonna do a little contouring with this Sleek palette. This is also in one of my project pans. I do like this. I think it's nice. Only a little bit. I'm not, you know, going crazy, but I do like to do a bit of contouring here. I feel like it does make a little bit of a difference on my face shape. I mean, you know, it's not life-changing, but it helps. Gonna use this Marc Jacobs bronzer. This is the one called a Tantastic. This has been around for quite a while, and yeah, they're getting rid of the Marc Jacobs stuff at Sephora because they're gonna, something about their rebranding because they have to work with a different partner or something like that. So I'm curious to see, once they figure all of that out, if they're going to have like the same products just going to be reformulated, or if they're going to totally like redo the whole thing, change the packaging completely. I'm curious to see, honestly, what the products end up looking like. And then for blush, this I talked about in a recent video, products that I wish I used more, the Burt's Bees blush in Toasted Cinnamon. And I really do like to put this on top of that Tower 28 blush because they're both very, very warm toned. I do still put powder blush on when I'm using a cream blush, but I just don't put very much on. There's a brush hair on my face. Come on, I hate that. Highlighter, I do want to use a gold highlighter to kind of match this whole look. So I'm going to use this shade from, what is this even called? Yeah, this is called the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. Actually, I really like this. I think I mentioned sometime last year when I first bought this, I wasn't as big of a fan of it, but it's actually very nice. It is a bit glittery. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't really mind. A bit of finishing powder from Hourglass. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. That is Dim Light. I really do just like to blend everything together at the end with finishing powder. I do feel like it does make a difference. Lower lash line, let's do that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this is not the most unique look, but I'm gonna go with, I think I'm gonna combine these two, Hive and Drip, and just put those on the lower lash line. I do want to do an inner corner color with the shade Honey. This is a very like intense yellow gold. Yeah, sometimes I just use a Q-tip for this. I know, I'm so lazy, but I don't know that I have any brushes that I like as much for the inner corner that work as well as a Q-tip. I know that seems silly, but it's just the perfect shape. That is a really pretty color. Yeah, let us know if you have this palette. I know this is a popular one. I know a lot of people do have this palette. If you have a favorite look with it, let us know. I'm curious. That is so intense. That's beautiful. I really, really, really like that. All right, I did brows and mascara, and I think I'm gonna go with a brown type lip color. So I pulled out Propa Beauty Victress, which is a really pretty brown. This is a really nice lip formula. They're like satin type lipsticks. And then the NYX Butter Gloss in Praline, which this is in one of my project pans. I am trying to use it up. Those NYX Butter Glosses though last a really, really long time. There's so much product in there. I like these Propa Beauty lipsticks because they're not crazy intensely pigmented. You can build them up or you can kind of put on a light layer. I think it's really nice. I love that formula. Yeah, and NYX Butter Glosses, I've been a big fan for a long time. That's it for the look. I gotta say, I really do like it. I think it's really nice. Warm tone look, very fall appropriate. It's still summer. I'm still trying to embrace the summer looks, but I feel like I look very fall today with this top. But These are my favorite type of shades, I have to admit. And this palette is beautiful. Honestly, I really wish that I had used this more. I'm happy to be using it now. And yeah, this color Queen all over the lid, I really, really like that. And the shade Honey on the inner corner, very, very fun. Yeah, formula-wise, fantastic palette. Obviously, you could create this look with a number of palettes though. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Let us know what you think. If you do want me to do more of these videos, let me know which palettes that you know that I own you would want me to do a get ready with me. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.